providing you with pertinent information as to how you can get your distinction. Does individual gets frustrated when you are required to write due to a challenge or difficulty with spelling words correctly? If you are such an individual, I hope that this presentation will prove very beneficial to you as it will outline the rules governing spelling and also the exceptions to the rules. If you have found this presentation to be beneficial, remember to like, share, tell a friend, and subscribe. God bless you. Presentation are as follows. One, to make students conscious of the fact that many persons experience difficulty with spelling as a result of a multiplicity of factors. Two, to make students or learners cognizant of some of the rules governing English spelling. And three, to make students conscious of some of the exceptions of the rules of English spelling. And four, to allow students to complete spelling activities in order to facilitate mastery of this topic. Statistics reveal most people encounter challenges with spelling as a result of the following factors. Statistics reveal factors is dyslexia. Now, dyslexia is a learning disorder that involves difficulty reading due to problems identifying speech sound and learning how they relate to letters and words decoding. Also, reading disability. Dyslexia affects areas of the brain that process language. So students will have problems decoding and encoding words or letters so that they formulate into words, right? And of course, that's a learning difficulty. So some students have a problem spelling due to this. And it is important that parents, once your child reaches a certain age and you realize that they are not recognizing certain vowel sounds and not recognizing consonants, not recognizing sounds and putting words together, then they may have a reading disorder. And of course, that can be rectified once it's early detected. And also if students tend to read more, okay? Statistics reveal may contribute to persons having challenges with spelling is ADHD. Now, ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. It is a medical condition. A person with ADHD has differences in brain development and brain activity, and that affects attention and also the ability to sit still and be also self-controlled. Persons who suffer from ADHD may find it harder to remember the spellings of challenging words. Do you know anyone who suffers from such a disease, illness, I should say, or disorder? If you do, leave it in the comment section below. ADHD. Kids with ADHD can show signs in any or all of these areas. One, inattentive. Kids who are inattentive means that they are easily distracted, have trouble focusing their attention, concentrating and staying on task. They may not listen well to directions, may miss important details, and may not finish what they started. They may daydream or dabble too much. They may even seem absent minded or forgetful and lose track of their things. Do you know anyone like that? They may be hyperactive. Kids who are hyperactive are fidgety, restless, and easily bored. They may have trouble sitting still or staying quiet when needed. They may rush through things and make careless mistakes. They may climb, jump, or rough house when they shouldn't. Without meaning to, they may act in ways that disrupt others. Do you know of anyone like that? They may be impulsive. Kids who are impulsive act too quickly before thinking. They often interrupt, might push or grab, or find it hard to wait. They may do things without asking for permission, take things that aren't theirs, or act in ways that are risky. They may have emotional reactions that seem too intense for the situation. Do you know of anyone like that?
Tell Miss Leslie what you want. I'm not gonna come back over there, Joshua, if you're kicking Miss Debbie.
Statistics reveal Statistics also reveal that most people encounter challenges with spelling as a result of the following factor: English as a second language learner. ESL stands for English as a Second Language and is used to describe non-native speakers of English language. If you are learning English in the United States, Australia, Canada, or other English speaking countries, the term would apply to you. So if you're learning English, right, you're not a native speaker of English, then English as a second language learner would apply. So if your native language is Jamaican Creole or Trinidadian Creole, right? And you go to school and you learn English, you'll be learning English as a second language learner, okay? Right? If you are learning English in a country where English is not common, right? Then the phrase English as a foreign language or EFL would apply. Whatever your native language happens to be, you can add English as another language skill, English skill, right? And that is important to note because we find that a lot of persons have problems with English because English is not their native tongue, their native language. And as a result of this, they are going to have or experience problems with spelling. Also, English borrows from other languages, and so that also poses a problem for them in that regard as well. There are rules that govern English language spelling. However, I will be looking at or focusing on six of these rules. Are you ready to examine these six rules? Let's go. Rule number one is that you always follows cue. Do you believe that this rule is true? Think about it. Is there a word that you know that, of course, begins with Q and is not followed by U? I doubt it. But if you do know of such a word, please feel free to share in the comment section below. You will find that these four words that appear to the side actually supports the rule that you always follows Q. These words are quintessential, Q, qualitative, and queen. Can you think of other words that follows this rule? If you are able to do so, please share in the comment section below. Is S never follow X? Do you believe that is so? If you can see that this rule proves to be accurate or true in the sense that if you examine these words, you will see that S never follow X. Existence, exercise, extraordinary, experiment. Can you think of other words that, of course, contain X, but they are never followed by S? 3. Rule 3 states that every syllable includes a vowel. Have you ever seen a word without a vowel? 3. Rule 3 states that every syllable includes a vowel. Have you ever seen a word without a vowel? 4. I before E except after C. However, this rule must be noted with care as there are some exceptions to this rule. Note the following words that subscribe to this rule: unbelievable, peace, convenience, receipt. These words include sufficient, seize, ledger, conscience. Are you seeing the exception now? Sufficient, seize, ledger, conscience. These words include sufficient, seize, ledger, conscience. Are you seeing the exception now? Sufficient, seize, ledger, conscience. Five. Rule 5 states use CK after short vowel. You'll discover this in the words to the side. Trickery, click, quickly, quack. Are you seeing it? Okay. So for short vowel, you use CK. Are you able to think of words with CK? If you are, please place them in the comments section below. Number 6. Rule 6 has two parts. Now I'll go into them now. 6a, pluralization suffixes. You are required to add es to words ending in s, sh, ch, x, or z, and you should add s to all other endings. In order for you to prove this, if this rule is true, take a look at the words to the side. So you say quizzes, arches, tribulations, temptations. Rule 6b, if a word has one syllable or a word with one vowel sound, one vowel, and it ends in one consonant, you double the final consonant. You double the final consonants before you add the ing or the ed or the est and suffixes. You don't double the consonant if the word ends in tion, right? And you're going to see that rule being played out here. Look at quizzes, right? Look at tribulations and look at temptations. Can you find other words that subscribe to these rules? If you are able to do so, please share them in the comment section below. We have examined these 6 rules that govern English spelling. Let us see if you're able to master these exercises by applying the rules. should be able to do so by the end of this musical. Are you able to see them? If not, I'll read for you the direction used in the following sentences. One of the underlined word may be spelled. Choose from the three options A, B, C, the word that is misspelled. If your word is misspelled, choose answer D. Mark your choice on your answer sheet. Question 6. When the museum purchased this painting, the artist received many compliments. Is it A, museum, B, received, C, compliments, or D, error? Question 7. The secretary had made up a calendar of events but there was not enough stationery to give each member a copy. Is it A, secretary, B, calendar, C, stationery, or D, error? Question 8. When you are compiling the estimates for current expenditure, do you include breakages? Is it A, compiling, B, recurring, C, expenditure, or D, no error? Question 9. The arguments put forward by the irate parent merely helped to further aggravate the situation. Is it A, argument, B, irate, C, aggravate, or D, no error? Question 10. The opinion that men are superior to women is a fallacy, which men themselves perpetuate the sentiment. Is it A, superior, B, fallacy, or C, perpetuate? Someone and not compliment, COMPLEMENT, means to complete. Number 7. Answer is B. Calendar should be started with one end. Something else. Remember that we was about doubling the consonants. Okay. Question 8. Answer is B. Current should be started with one consonant. Remember again the consonant rules. Question Question 9. Answer is C. Compete should be spelled with two G's. And question 10. The answer is D. No error. If no word is misspelled, this answer. Mark your choice of let the festival purchase is paid. Artist polluting our territorial waters. Is it A. Impounded, B. Polluting, C. Territorial, or D. Question 8. Even though the board has demonstrated his innocence, is it A. Patient spent a period of convalescence in the country in order to recover mischievous, or D. No error. Question 17. C. Question 19. No error in question 20. Spelled. 2. No